Welcome to my 2020 Budget Holiday Buyer's Guide for Electronic Musicians. Chances are, if you've stumbled across this video, you're either looking for a holiday gift for a musician in your life, or you're a musician whose mom won't stop asking, what do you want for insert holiday here? And you just don't know. I'm an adult now, Mom, I want socks. Just give me socks, that's all I want. And if you would like to give me a gift this holiday season, just hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and be sure to click that bell to turn on notifications. And I guess a like on the video wouldn't hurt either. So the goal of this guide is to help you select some budget electronic music gift options, either for yourself or for someone else in your life. Really quick, let's touch on what budget means here at Freebeat. So on this channel, budget is anything below $300 US. Now, before you click away, I do realize that $300 is still quite a bit to a lot of us, myself included, so I will have several different options in this video in the under $100 category. Also, if you're shopping for someone else, I'd recommend doing as much research and/or snooping as possible, trying to narrow down what they already own, what they might be looking for, or something that they might not even know that they'd enjoy will really show that you care. I think doing a little investigating around the holidays when it comes to gift buying is just a really good way to show that you want that extra mile, you know? So speaking of showing that you care, the first item on our list is a big one for spreading some love this holiday season. Now, I believe that I originally heard this from Bo Beats, so shout out to him, but the first item on our list is to take some time to sit down with the musician in your life and listen to them. That's it. It does not cost you a dime. Listen to something that they've made, let them explain their creative process to you, let them give you a little live performance. Give them your time. Listen intently and ask questions. This is the ultimate gift, especially for a younger musician. Having someone take the time to learn about what you do is extremely powerful. So next up, almost every musician needs more cables, splitters, adapters, etc., all the little things. Take a look around their workspace and get an idea of what style cables they use. You can even just ask them what they need or need more of. Here's some of what I use every day. If you're completely at a loss, everyone can almost always use more of these 1/8" / 3.5 millimeter cables. You might know them as an auxiliary cable or an aux cable. Batteries are also pretty common in a lot of music gear, so finding out what size that they need and getting a large pack of those is almost always more than welcome. Next, let me show you the Teenage Engineering pocket operators. These are little credit card-sized instruments that range in price from $49 to $89 US. They come in 9 main different varieties, run on a pair of AAA batteries, can be connected together, and parents, yes, they work with headphones. Due to their pick-up and play nature, they are outstanding for all musicians. For beginners, they can be excellent teachers of how musical components work together. For more advanced users, they can be the perfect pick-up and fiddle with me instruments, or with something like the PO32, a professional sounding piece of gear. So if the person you are buying for is new to music or just barely getting started, I recommend picking up the PO12 Rhythm. At $59 US, it's a basic drum machine that will go a long way in teaching the basics of rhythm, which, in my opinion, is the foundation of all music. If your musician does already have some experience, then just about any of the pocket operators will make excellent gifts. I'd specifically recommend the $59 PO20 Arcade, if they are fond of chiptune style arcade cabinet music. This pocket operator can create full sounding songs quite nicely. If you've got a little more to spend, the $89 PO33 KO allows the user to upload their own sounds to the instrument, creating literally whatever they'd like. And as mentioned previously, the $89 PO32 Tonic is a professional sounding drum machine with the ability to swap out different drum kits. Some great accessories for the pocket operators include AAA batteries, these little coupler adapters that allow you to connect them very easily, as well as the Analog Case's glide case for pocket operators. As you can see, pocket operators aren't the most durable instruments, so a case is highly recommended. Continuing in the under $100 category, we have the Korg Monotron Delay. This is a tiny analog synthesizer with a filter and delay effect. It also runs on a pair of AAA batteries. And while you can technically play this as a normal synthesizer, it does not sound very musical, and it isn't really recommended to be used by itself. The real power of this instrument is unlocked once you plug another piece of gear into it. The filter and delay effects can be applied to any incoming audio, so this is an excellent device to pair with something like the pocket operators or any other small instrument with a normal headphone jack. It will add a distinctive lo-fi sound to just about anything, and it's a great add-on to an existing setup. Some good accessories for the Monotron Delay are once again some AAA batteries, as well as, once again, the good old auxiliary cable. 3.5mm, 1/8" cable, great accessory. I have two options that just sneak in under that $100 bracket. The first is this pair of in-ear monitors. These are the Shure SE215s. Basically a fancier pair of earbud-style headphone, these focus on keeping the audio sounding neutral for the listener without any bass boosting or other EQ funny business. This is very advantageous for a musician as it allows them to hear their music as naked as possible, allowing them to more accurately mix and add effects. They also do a great job of blocking out external sounds, so you can have a lower, healthier listening volume. They also come with this great little carrying case, as well as several different sized earbuds and a little cleaning tool. The last piece of gear under $100 is possibly the best. This is the Korg NT1. It's a small USB-powered synthesizer and effects unit, although to end its description there would be an incredible disservice to its flexibility. It should be noted that this ships as a DIY kit, but building it is very easy and only takes about 20 minutes. All you need is a screwdriver, no soldering or anything like that required. Much like the Korg Monotron Delay, the NT1 allows you to plug in other instruments to use its effects. You can choose from many different delays, reverbs, and modulation effects like chorus and flanger. It also has a monophonic digital synthesizer built in, and unlike the Monotron, this can be played very musically using the little keyboard. I'll spare you some time, but there are a ton of sound design options here. You can also download user-created synthesizer sounds and effects from the internet and put them onto your NT1, thus making its potential virtually unlimited. You can even plug in a MIDI keyboard and play the synthesizer with real keys. Not to mention, Korg includes a lot of free software in the box as well. The NT1 is a real Swiss Army knife and a highly, highly recommended piece of gear. Accessories for the NT1 include a micro USB cable for power, once again a 3.5mm 1/8" auxiliary cord for hooking it up to other gear, and if you'd like to use the NT1 with a MIDI keyboard, this MIDI adapter. By the way, all the gear in this video is going to be linked down below. So now we jump to the $100 to $200 category. First up, if your musician does not already own a MIDI controller, the Arturia Keystep is an outstanding choice. At just $129, it's not a huge jump up from the previous category either. This is a 32-key keyboard that does not have any sounds in it. Instead, it's used to control other instruments, such as the Korg NT1 that we just talked about. Once again, a little note, to do that, you will need this little MIDI adapter. The keyboard can also plug directly into a computer running music software and be used to control that as well. This can be a great option for a beginner looking to learn about synthesizers. As long as they have a computer that can run a software synthesizer, the keyboard can connect straight to the computer and control it. There are lots of great free software synthesizers out there, and a quick Google search can help you find the right one. The Keystep also functions as a sequencer, meaning that you can program your own patterns into it and play those patterns on the gear the keyboard is controlling. Coming in at $149 to $199 US, we have the Korg Volca series. Like the pocket operators, there are a variety of different models, each with their own area of focus. All of them are excellent, with the exception of the Volca Beats and the Volca Mix, which don't seem to measure up to the others in overall quality. The Volcas are small synthesizers, samplers, and drum machines, each with a variety of parameters, a full sequencer, and the ability to be played via MIDI with something like the Arturia Keystep that we just discussed. It might take a little more research to figure out which Volca would be the perfect fit, but the standouts seem to be the Volca Keys, which is the model I own right here, at $149, the Volca FM, also at $149, the Volca Drum, once again, $149, and the Volca Sample at $199. Now it should be noted that these take a staggering 6 AA's to power. However, a separate wall adapter can be purchased for about $20, plugs in right there on all of the units, and is highly recommended, otherwise you're going to be going through batteries really quickly. Now, there are many additional synthesizers, drum machines, and other instruments in the $100 to $200 category, but I only want to bring you guys suggestions for gear that I own, or at least have used. That being said, a combination of any of the gear in the under $100 category is also a great option. A PO20 Arcade, Korg NT1, and the Analog Cases Pocket Operator case comes in at under $200 and would provide a powerful starting point for any electronic musician. The PO32 or the PO33, partnered with the Korg NT1, also comes in at under $200 and would provide almost endless amounts of music. So let's move on to the $200 to $300 category. In this price range, it's probably safe to assume that the musician in your life has already committed to making music or is at least interested enough to not fall out anytime soon. My first recommendation can be found from anywhere between $250 to $300 US, and it's the Zoom H5 audio recorder. While not an instrument by itself, this allows the user to easily record high-quality audio just about anywhere. This is what I use to record the sound for all of my videos, and actually what I'm using right now. It's powered by a pair of AA batteries, or you can also power it via USB, more on that in just a sec. You can plug your instruments directly into it, or, as I'm doing right now, you can also plug a microphone into it, or use the included microphone. It can record straight to an SD card, which is very convenient for on-the-go recording, and it can also plug into a computer via USB and act as an audio interface. This is extremely helpful when recording in a tight space, which is something that I do all the time. While it might not be the most universally needed piece of gear, it solves so many of my problems that I just had to include it. Next up is the Arturia Microfreak, coming in at $299 US for the non-vocoder edition. This almost breaks our budget ceiling, but man is it worth it. This synthesizer can do just about anything. Using a digital oscillator and an analog filter, the amount of synth that Arturia crammed into this thing is staggering. The sound design potential here is huge thanks to a patch bay that allows for almost an unlimited amount of routing options. A very robust sequencer and incredibly unique keybed round out this package. If I could only have one synthesizer, this would be it. For more examples of its awesomeness, just do a quick search right here on YouTube, you'll be blown away. Lastly, I have 3 honorable mentions in the $200 to $300 category. These are all known as groove boxes, meaning that they can do drums and synthesizers all at once in order to create full songs. Now, I haven't used any of these devices personally, but I can definitely say that they are all high-quality machines capable of professional sounding tracks. They are the Electron Model Samples, the Electron Model Cycles, and the Novation Circuit. If you're interested, I'd recommend doing a quick YouTube search for more on these instruments. Finally, I figured I'd throw one final combination out there. This one hits the $500 mark, but I just wanted to address how well a lot of the gear mentioned in this video will work together. If I had $500 to create my setup from everything that I showed you today, I'd pick the Arturia Microfreak, the PO32 Tonic, and the Korg NT1. This gives near unlimited synth, drum, and effects potential, all at a pretty reasonable price, and would be a great setup to work towards. Now, of course, all opinions expressed in this video are mine and mine alone, so feel free to disagree with anything that I've said. If you're a musician with some advice for holiday shoppers, please leave it down in the comment section below. I would love to know if I've missed something. So I do hope that you found this guide helpful. If you did, go ahead and leave a like on the video. If not, you can leave a dislike, that's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.